Hello and welcome. We are the Untold Stories Project, and tonight we present our season one finale of Born of Rage, our World of the Apocalypse game set in White Wolf's World of Darkness. My name is Jonesy, and I'll be your storyteller for this evening. A quick note for those unfamiliar with the World of Darkness: this is a horror setting where the players take on the role of werewolves and fight various creatures that stalk the night. Uh, with that being said, this is a horror setting with blood and gore and a few other darker elements. So if that is not something you're comfortable with, by all means, we understand. But maybe check out one of our other awesome games. Um, uh, so with that, let's go ahead and meet our pack for this evening. Um, Starting up with Darren.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex, and I will be playing the role of Darren, a former New York Police Department homicide detective turned rage infused Get a Fenris werewolf Arun. Very excited to dive into the season finale tonight and to finally get a hold of that crazy evil werewolf, possibly vampire lady.
Hey all, I'm Aaron. I'm playing Kennedy, who is a Fianna Galliard. She was a championship Irish dancer who had her first change right before she was able to go compete at Worlds. So she's a little bitter about all that, but she's going to try to take out her rage on some Black Spiral dancers tonight. And I'm also very, very tired because my wife had a baby on Saturday morning. And so um, there's not a lot of sleep going on here, but I'm excited to be here for the season finale.
Woohoo!
Hey, hello everybody. I am playing Killian. I am playing the Glasswalker Ragabash, a hopeless nerd that's trying to get home after the war. We'll see if it happens.
And our last pack mate.
I'm Jess, and I don't know how to work my microphone. Um, even though I've had it for forever now. I'm really excited that it's our season finale. Last week was, I think, the calm before the storm. And I will see what it's like to be a theurge in the middle of a battle for my life, possibly
Our lives.
our lives.
Our.
Probably the fate of Geru Society.
You mean the fate of the trail mix bag?
The trail mix pack.
Sure, I'll mix hoo ha ha.
Awesome. As they have indicated, the players, the pack does have a rather steep battle ahead of them. Last week, the various SEPs came together and they start planning the assault on the strip mine run by Grender Enterprises, who is trying to unearth one of the 5 legendary talons of the worm. And the players are spending the last moments and before last night before the calm to deal with said preparation. So, with that, the players did manage to unlock a few awesome talons that should hopefully help them on their quest tonight. Those were granted to the pack by our viewers, the awesome viewers that we have, thanks to their follows and like. So if you are following, awesome, thank you. If you're not following, we do encourage you to to follow and subscribe and all that cool stuff. Definitely helps us bring more content to you, and hopefully that would also mean a season 2. So we're excited if that works out. With that, we before we jump in, I do want a couple other quick announcements. We will be having a chat back next week, so Q&A a little bit with the pack about season 1 and what their experience was like and all that awesome stuff. So if you have questions, by all means, feel free to jump to our Discord and shoot the questions our way or share them with share them with us through Twitch or Twitter or all that stuff. So definitely looking forward to hearing from the viewers. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into tonight's finale. So with that, at the Winter Wolf Sup, you had all gathered and gathered up your various talons and made preparations and stuff. Was there any last minute things you wanted to try to take care of before you ran off to battle tonight?
Did any of the Glasswalkers bring a shotgun with them when they were bringing over the big guns?
Yes, you can totally grab the shotgun.
Darren, you still want the shotgun?
Heck yeah, I want a shotgun. Bring it over here.
So
Shotgun time.
I will point out, you can use shotguns and weapons, but they will be, but in Krynos form, they would be very difficult to use, because they would be like little tiny sticks in your big hands. So
Perfect. Let's
so so yes, you can get a shotgun. You get ammo for that. So a couple things tonight, just to kind of set the tone. So since we will be going to a rather large battle, not only will the pack be participating, but dozens of other packs from the Sept of the Winter Wolf, the Sept of Finger Lakes, the Sept of the Green. We're going to be doing something a little bit different as far as combat goes. So when we get to the actual battle itself and the giant at the strip mine, what the players will be doing is they will be running their characters and doing their normal combat. We will also be doing an extended action where you will be basically kind of rolling to see how the battle overall is going. And so every other round or so, I'm going to ask for someone in the pack to make a roll. And when you do, we will be adding those totals together to hit a target number. When you hit enough target number, you can actually push the battle in your fate. So when we get to those, I'll kind of go into some of the options that we have. And obviously, if you think of other options, by all means, that's where creativity comes in play. But if you fail during those rolls, you can fail. And the battle will kind of get to a stalemate. And depending on how much and how often you fail, or if you botch, you can actually set the tide back in the worm's favor. So we'll kind of go back and forth as you make those rolls. So
debauchery.
So
we're not going to fail, though, are we, guys?
Oh, we're gonna.
So with that, there's also a couple surprise cameos that might happen tonight, depending on what our viewers do and what our followers do tonight. They might cause some people to show up that you may not expect. So either for good or for bad.
So go tell all of your friends to come watch the stream so that terrible or wonderful things, possibly both, can happen to us.
Come TPK a stream. Just get your friends.
Oh,
Quick,
no.
speaking of sharing streams, before I forget to do that, Vancouver by Night, who's in our chat, make sure you check all. After our show, they usually have something going on, or one of their other affiliated name people. I don't think affiliated is the right word, but Vancouver by Night, a super cool stream, and they reached out about wanting all of us World of Darkness streamers to stick together and hit partner and do all that fun stuff. So we're out here making connections, and it would mean a lot to everyone to make sure to give them some love too, because I know that they're sharing our posts and getting us people. So thanks,
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you, even if you're the worm.
Love
So-
for our northern brothers.
Well, technically, you guys are playing around in their backyard right now. So,
That is so true.
the wilds of Canada.
We are the
So-
immigrants.
So, with that, at the Sept of the Winter Wolf, you are, as the evening goes on, you are gathering for the actual battle. Shortly after sunset is when when the plan is supposed to engage. I guess is a good word. The current plan is that multiple packs will kind of come from different directions into the battleground area. And they will be able to, and so in the hopes that some groups will make it through, because obviously this underneath the strip mine has been discovered a worm hive of black spiral dancers exists. So just how many is up for debate. So
we saw dozens of them, and that suggests that there's even more down there.
And we didn't even peek into the Umbra to see how many Banes were hanging around.
I saw at least 2.
So yes. With that, you are slated to come from the southern edge of the. Your pack has been set up to come from the southern edge of the layout for the mine. The mine itself, as a reminder, is on the top of a rather large slope that has been kind of sheared off, and then basically as they start digging and excavating out of the rather large rise, and it kind of peaks out of a rather dense wooded area. So the woods kind of surround this entire mound, but the actual mound itself is rather open. So you'll be coming from the southeast section of that, where some of the other packs will be coming from the north and the east and the west in different directions to try to kind of all surge up into the actual main area.
Gotcha.
So with that, unless there's something else that you want to accomplish, we are going to transition to your making your way up towards that area.
Let's do it.
This is your last, basically, it's your last call. So if there's anything you really want,
I'll never say no to a grenade.
Well, I suppose, yeah.
So with that, as night falls, the different packs start letting out, going out their separate ways. And the plan is right now for you to start making your way about an hour after moonrise. So under the cover of darkness, each of the groups makes their way off. Your group is actually consisting of the 4 of you and your young spirit ally. It is a clear night, so up above you can see the half moon glinting down and shining the light as it starts to rise above the horizon.
Well, that's an auspicious sign for you. Well, I suppose.
I get it. Oh my god, I really went to the army. Well, ended up in the army.
Don't worry, Riverdale, you're going to do great. I'm going to pat him on the back.
Oh yeah, just like all those people that came back from that beach.
So, with that, you start trunching your way through the snow and the brush. To make your way to the clearing. The clearing you're going to be coming through is actually going to end with you coming out near the road that actually leads up to the actual mine itself, the one that you first drove that truck when you were escaping away from the last time you were there.
Oh,
So.
nice.
All right.
So, what is the group's plan for getting in and out? Are you just going to give up and just run full throttle, or are you going to try to actually sneak your way up? I see. How long are you going to try to keep undercover before your cover is blown?
I think Darren's whole plan is shock and awe. So ride in on the wave of Guru storming the facility and make our way spearhead directly towards our objective.
That seems very dangerous, Darren.
That seems like a terrible plan. But
It's all that warrior blood in him. It's boiling.
I'm a get a Fenris.
Yeah, that thing. This isn't mine, right? Doesn't it have any explosives flying around?
Possibly. None that you know of, but I mean. So as you're making your way down through the woods, you can kind of see the edge of the woods coming close. As you up above, you can above the tree line where you're at, you actually out from it, you can see the open expanse of snowy ground and the blacktop road leading up to the strip mine itself.
No, guys, I don't want to borrow a plan from somewhere, but we could get a big box truck, stuff the back full of Guru, charge in, flip the truck over, and barrel out of there in the center of their compound.
If we wanted a truck, we would have gotten it 2 miles ago. We're still walking.
Yeah, you want us to go back and get a truck?
I think we could still go back and get a truck, unless you want to rent another one.
Look, I'm happy to rent a truck for the cause, but we don't have to go back on my account.
I mean, I could probably run and go get one quicker than you can think about what to do, apparently.
Wait, what if
I'm the only person presenting ideas. I'd just like to point out.
I've got an idea that involves more larceny. What if we go rob the gas station and then fill a car with gasoline and run it in there? It's not that dangerous of an idea, right? You don't smoke, right, Darren?
I do smoke. I smoke Lucky Liam's. You've seen that.
Oh, well, don't smoke in the car bomb, please.
Sometimes I smoke Huff and Puffs.
Huff and
So,
there are literally a whole horde of other Guru who are also going to be taking part in this battle. I don't think we exactly have time to go back now and get something that we didn't take with us originally.
so like,
True.
how far are we against, calling in favors from, like, other creatures?
What kind of creatures?
Oh, I don't
Like
know.
that.
Anything that can get us silver that doesn't hurt us.
Like the raccoon.
Like the
I mean,
raccoon.
That's the problem, is that it is going to hurt us.
Yeah, well, what if we ask someone else to do it? Bribery, asking nicely. These feel like options. I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm coming to terms with the fact that I pretty much get to live part-time in another spirit world. There's got to be, like, maybe there's a nice vampire in there.
There's no such thing as nice vampires.
You want to get
and
us
also
killed
the Spirit
too?
World.
How do we know? It feels like we could get some help, okay? I will let it go. I'm just gonna
to go to
just
war.
gonna-
I don't want to talk about Dancing with Wolves right now.
I'm just
All
gonna
right. So I think our plan. I think our best plan is to let the main werewolf forces engage, and then we'll go into the chaos. Because our objective is to take out the leader. That's what the pack charged us with.
Yeah, they want you. You're one of the groups that have been tasked. So some of the groups have been tasked to go in and try to secure the perimeter and basically make a funnel to get in. Your group has actually been tasked to be one of the many packs that are sent after the actual Talon itself.
Yeah. What's her name? I
Well,
keep wanting to say Azula, but I think that's the chick from Avatar.
That is the chick from Avatar. Good job, Darren.
Wait, are we fighting blue people?
I have Netflix. Get off my back.
Whoa.
Well-
You mean Chetflix?
the Talon is the big obelisk thing, the big stone.
Netflix sponsor us.
Chetflix.
Okay, so I think I was a little confused on that. I thought they wanted us to go after the leader. They want us to go after the obelisk itself.
What if I?
they
It's
assume
probably
that
one and the same thing, but
yeah,
Hey,
they will. They're going to assume that that the head spiral or whoever's in charge here will be where the obelisk is,
What
where
if?
the fetish is.
What if I run really fast in there, like me and the rest of the that one guy? What was that guy's name again? Lucian? Like
Yeah,
the most werewolf of werewolf names. Like he's awesome. Let's go. Like what if we run in there real fast and just grab it and run out?
It's very large.
it's an
the
obelisk.
two of you can run in there ahead of everyone and be killed before the rest of us get there. That doesn't exactly seem like a great plan.
I think we
Whoa!
all need to go in together, and I think since the leader's going to be there, myself and one other more physically minded guru in our pack should engage the leader, while Fia and Riverdale work on bringing the obelisk down either through magical means or whatever crazy mumbo jumbo you guys get up to.
Felt
Oh,
attacked
I
twice
feel
in
like
that sense.
I'm gonna, Killian, are you gonna be okay to go into the Umbra with me? Because this feels like they might be I feel like it's gonna be an Umbra thing.
Sure will. Look at this thing, and I pull out the shotgun. I just got it today.
Does that work in the Umbra?
I would fire it off, but I think we're trying to be stealthy.
I see. Well, I guess
How
we'll
do we
find
feel about
out.
that plan? I think it's time for action.
I think a 2 and 2 is good. How
I think
close
it's
are we to the
fun.
line?
Sure.
So-
All right, trail mix.
We're all trail.
Do we clause in? Do we pause in? How do we do this?
If we howl, we just give away our position. That's not a good idea.
No, I say we stay stealthed until the battle's engaged, and then we go in.
So
What
we're
form are we in? Are we in human?
For now.
for now.
Depends. I mean, what form do you want to be in?
Lupus.
Yeah. Let's go recon form since we're not going in first wave, right?
Yeah. I'm fine with that. I feel better in that form.
I've gone ahead and go gadgeted into beast form.
Go gadget. That'll be okay, Kennedy. We got this.
You and Darren are stronger than 3 of us combined.
If you get yourself killed, I will find another Theurge to bring you back so I can yell at you. I'm just going to tell you that.
You know what? I think that's a fair price to pay. Please bring me back.
Yeah.
Just to be yelled at.
I'm just
I don't
gonna.
think she was talking to you, Killian.
Nope. I'm gonna give Killian a pat on his back. See, you got nothing to worry about. Whee! Let's step sideways. I'm gonna yoink you sideways.
Go ahead and make me a Gnosis check.
While they're stepping sideways,
So
I'm
you
going
can
to
step sideways. Yeah,
paint
go ahead.
myself with load and take a sip of whiskey.
Now, are you using regular whiskey or are you using the war whiskey that you were gifted?
I'm going to save the war whiskey until we get into the middle of the shit.
Okay.
But I will use the woad that we were gifted.
Okay.
Gnosis check. There we go. Do I add any pull mod to it or anything?
It is no. There's no pull mod, but the difficulty will be.
Monster Miles. I
For
love
you,
that
it's
email.
actually going to be. It normally would be 5, but you're going to be using your. Sorry, 6, but you'll be using your fetish more than likely, right?
Yep.
Yep. So adjust it down by 2 accordingly.
Oh, I got 1 success.
Okay. So, and what exactly are you stepping? Are you stepping while you're in the woods, before you leave the woods? Right after you leave the woods?
Just like right in place, so right in the woods still.
Okay. So with that, Darren and Kennedy, you see Fia and Kaylin slowly begin to sidestep.
That Simpsons bush me.
I feel like I am watching her fade away for the last time.
Don't worry. She'll be fine.
Oh.
She knows what she's doing.
There's no guarantee that any of us are coming back from this alive.
My experience, and granted, I don't have a lot of experience in life and death situations, but I've got more than most people. Attitude's everything about coming back alive. And if anybody has attitude, it's Fia.
There, I cannot argue with you.
And Kennedy, we are strong, we are capable, and we are on the right side of history. That's all that matters.
Just saying, there's never a story worth telling where not someone died.
Can I throw something at you from the Umbra and it still hits you?
No.
Nope.
Dang it!
You can't hear this conversation.
Ah.
Sophia, can you believe Kennedy's gonna bring you back to life and not me? Like that hurt my feelings a little bit.
So with that, they finally fully fade over. And as the two of you finish crossing into the shadow realm, you see dark, thick, rolling clouds filling the sky, and there's this faint, subtle swirl to them as they begin to work clockwise around the rise that you're staring up at.
Well, Killian, don't worry. She'll take you back first. It'll be fine. We don't have to worry about that.
And as you're saying that, you hear a low roll of thunder filling the sky as the storm begins to build, and flickers of sickly green lightning flash through the clouds.
Ooh, that's not the color lightning's supposed to be for you.
No. I'm gonna look around. You okay, Sarah?
Sarah is right there with you, and is very much has the whole strong stance thing going with the wide leaf planet feet and the very much rigid shoulders and hips, very much in hunting mode.
This guy.
And off in the distance, up towards the vortex, you see what looks like a flash of black lightning come from the clouds, but you realize it's more of like a sickly insect-like appendage that's coming down, and it's pulling some massive tendrils and twisted chitinous body segments along with it from the clouds.
Oh.
My god. Are they summoning something?
And as you look, it kind of pulls the rest of it out from the clouds, and it looks like it's probably 25, 30 feet tall and almost as wide across. And it's off on the far north end of the hill, but it's so big it's actually cresting part of the hill from where you can see it, where it's landed. It's kind of crawled its way out of the clouds.
Oh, good. Do I know what? Do I know where the other Theurges are? Silent Striders?
There are other Striders amongst the various packs. There are multiple Theurges amongst the various packs. A fair amount of Theurges came from the Finger Lakes Sept, primarily of the Black Fury tribe. They refer to themselves as Bane Tenders.
Bane. Oh yeah, I remember these guys. Are they like close to us?
No, they're actually closer to where it kind of stepped down. Where it came out of that creature came out of that Bane came out of the sky.
Well, Killian, you think they'd be mad if I went to go help them instead?
Let's walk up the hill and see what happens first, and I think we can kind of work it from there.
So, as you start making your way up a little bit, you can see on your side um, inky patches kind of scattered across the hill, which you suspect are just vague impressions from the physical world bleeding into the Umbra. And as you look up, the kind of you kind of snuck up out of the woods area into the edge of the clearing. Up ahead, you can see this little specks of pale yellow light, which you recognize as the faint shimmers of some of those Uranian veins that you saw earlier, and your last visit here.
Oh.
Kennedy and Darren, will you go ahead and make me a spot check, a seeing check,
You got it, boss.
using perception?
Sure, we can do that.
What's our difficulty going to be?
Difficulty is going to be 7. And
What is
remember
that?
to remember to modify if you're not in if you're in a different form.
Yeah,
I am not. I'm still in Hamid.
I'm also still in Hamid.
That's fine. I just
And is that perception alertness? Is that what we're rolling?
Yep.
Cool. 2 successes.
Haha.
you catch the glint of some glint of some moonlight off of some metallic surfaces. As you look ahead, you see some shadows moving. It looks like it appears to be a small group of men wearing black armor, carrying assault rifles.
They
Does
have
it seem like they've
guns.
noticed this yet?
They have not seemed to have noticed you yet. But you know that you happen to get lucky and that the moonlight caught some reflective sections of their armor, because the black and the black night, it would have been really difficult to see them.
Does that look like they're patrolling or waiting to ambush somebody coming this way?
It looks like they're doing a patrol.
Alright, I'm going to suggest to Kennedy that we lay low until they go by. Non-verbally.
I'll not.
So you wait a few minutes as they make your way closer to you, and as they get closer, they definitely look like heavily armored, wearing paramilitary armor. Obviously not standard issue because it's all black on black on black, glossy black. And they seem to be patrolling, and as they kind of walk by, they seem to be looking around.
Do you want us to roll a sneaking check?
I will. Yes, please. You beat me to it. I was just about to ask if you make me a stealth check, please.
What's the difficulty? Or is it an opposed sort of situation?
Say the difficulty is going to be 8.
Oh lord, we're gonna have to kill these guys.
Probably.
I got 0 successes.
I got 2, but probably not
That's
gonna
not
matter.
a bush. That's a man.
So with that, they don't seem to be talking or anything. They just seem to be kind of like doing very much moving in tandem, but not really speaking to each other or making any other kind of sounds. They are wearing helmets, but their faces are visible, and so they're not like wearing full completely masked faces. But as they're walking by, the one kind of looks over. They're kind of obviously keeping an edge, and obviously an eye towards the woods. And one walks by. And he looks over where you guys are hiding under the bushes, and looks right past you and keeps going. The other one kind of does that, and then takes his head kind of swings back a little bit, and as it does, since he passed you, the head kind of swings back over the shoulder and looks back at you. And as it does, its eyes kind of glint with this pale green light,
Oh hell.
almost like night vision. And as it does, it kind of and as its mouth opens up, it opens up more of as an orifice full of razor sharp blades for teeth, much more like a lamprey. And as a tongue lashes out, yes, I'm going to need both of you.
Initiative.
Yes, please.
Yay!
And click on our token first. Is that a thing?
Yes, because token should give you the initiative option. So up in the corner.
Do I get the impression that he saw both of us, or just me?
He's looking directly at you when he does that.
Okay.
All right, I got an 11 for initiative.
Darren's gonna kind of knit his eyebrows together and growl. You should have just minded your own business, buddy.
I'm in danger.
Aaron, I think that is his business. That's his job.
It's true. It's literally his job. So,
So
Should have ignored your business, buddy.
You could have gone back to Mrs. Lamprey.
So, meanwhile, we're getting the initiative set up for those two. How close are you, or how far away are you two getting from, that are in the Umbra, from the rest of your party, and the rest of the pack?
I was going all the way towards the other people, but you know, Killian said he wanted to wait by the hill, so I would wait with him.
Yeah, I think we're like at the ridge of the mine. Like,
So, as you're making your way up, I will need stealth checks from both of you, because there are also Banes up that area.
Kennedy, what if not Kennedy? Fia, what if we just don't stealth and we just murder?
You know, I like where your head's at, kid.
Wait, no. Last time there were a trillion of them. Let me stealth.
Stealth and what? Primal Urge? I don't know why.
dexterity and stealth.
Okay.
What is the difficulty?
Difficulty for the Banes is
Oops.
going to be 7.
Ooh, 7.
I think I got
Easy
a
money.
3? No, I didn't, because I didn't adjust the difficulty. Ignore all of my rolls. I got 3.
Okay, what do I get for a sneaky boy?
Ow.
What is going on? There we go. I got a loading. Buffering.
I did take the arrows, I believe.
I got 3 sneaky boys.
3
Yes.
sneaky boys.
Yeah, you specifically. I know you took the Bane arrows that were gifted to the
Yeah.
pack.
Yes. So we both got 3 successes.
Sweet. So, and just in case, can you go? Can I get the two of you there in there? Where can you make me initiative checks as well? So,
Yep.
So as I make initiative 6, the evil Fomori turns around, does the at you, Darren, and as he does, he is going to fire at you with his gun.
That's fair. Hope he doesn't have silver bullets.
What if he didn't until you said that?
He has managed to hit you.
Dick.
Ooh. I had a 17 in that. Heck yeah.
So,
Nice.
What do I roll to soak?
There's like a button.
so yes. So on the combat tab of your character sheet, down near the bottom, there's going to be the section that says lethal, bashing, aggravated, etc.
Yep.
So in this case, since he's firing at you with with a rifle. He's not using silver rounds. Luckily for you, you're going to take lethal damage. So I'm going to need you to make a soak check using that lethal button.
And is the difficulty still 6?
Yes.
I got 4
Yeah, so
successes on my soak
Always
roll.
6.
Sweet. So, with that, he's and fires and manages to cap off a couple rounds at your direction. You actually managed to soak the damage.
Wow.
Bad news for you, buddy. I like this shirt.
Rip.
So,
Thea somehow overrode my initiative because she had the 17, I had an 11.
Wow. Get out from under me, jeez.
That's where you wanted her.
Ah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
sweet. Got it. So, with that, Kennedy, what would you like to do?
So the foray just shot my pack leader.
Yes.
Well, I don't approve of that. I'm going to attempt to shift Krynos and then hurt him. I guess it depends on whether or not I successfully shift will determine whether or not I kick him or claw him. So let's try that shapeshift roll first. And I get 3 successes, so I guess I will successfully change to Krynos form.
Sweet.
So then I'm going to try to, since he was focused on, except that it makes, well, no. The one who just shot Darren, since he was focused on Darren, I'm going to try to slide up behind him and just rake my claws through his midsection.
Sounds good.
Well, let's see how I roll first. But
It sounds good. Let's see how.
It's a great plan. I like this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. But,
I'm excited to have come up with a good plan.
that is full successes on the attack roll.
Sweet.
And that then would be 9 successes, 9 aggravated wounds for the claw.
Whoa.
Big chop.
You got this, Kennedy. I'm just gonna stay over here and be a bullet sponge.
Kennedy had a good night. A good night's rest goes a long way.
Yeah, Darren's still walking it off. Me and Darren are still walking it off, to be honest.
So, Kennedy, I have a
Yes.
question for you.
I have an answer.
How do you kill? What is the exact way that this killing blow dispatches the Fomori?
So I slide up from behind, and I just reach around, bringing my claw right across his center, and basically rip out his liver and his stomach, and hold it up in front of his face as he falls to the ground.
Ooh.
Okay then. And with that, the Fomori, the husk of the Fomori, what's left of the Fomori, drops to the ground, disemboweled. Its blood and ichor, which is a black viscous color, splashes across the white snow and mud that's on the edge of the road near where you're at.
Okay.
Darren, what would you like to do, Darren?
I'm going
What?
to I'm gonna follow the wave of destruction that Kennedy is leaving, and I reach into my shoulder holster and I'm gonna draw my magnum and I'm gonna grab the fang dagger in my other hand and I'm gonna charge forward. And as I run forward, I'm gonna shoot the other guy in the head.
Sweet. So
Oh.
go ahead and make me a roll.
Awesome. Is that still attack difficulty 6?
Yes.
Ooh, 0 successes.
Oh no.
So the adrenaline's going and far faster and pumping through your veins a lot more than it's ever did as a cop on the beat, causing your arm to kind of go off a little bit and causing you to shoot wide.
That's what I get for trying to go akimbo. But I will run up to him with the fang dagger in my hand. And the gun still in my other hand.
Sweet. Meanwhile, good. Meanwhile, the two of you that are in the Ember are sneaking by what appears to be two small childlike creatures that are about 2.5, 3 feet tall, sickly pale, parchment-colored flesh that's looks almost as thin over a skeletal form of a mostly emaciated child with glowing pinpoint yellow light for eyes, which you recognize as uranium veins. As you're sneaking past them, you have seems to have gotten past them so far without being spotted. Was there something specific you wanted to try to accomplish? Were you just trying to keep past them, or did you want to sneak back behind them, or what was? Are you just going to try to keep going?
Yeah, do you want to look for some large machinery?
Why are we looking for large machinery?
We could use it to destroy the obelisk.
Are we supposed to do that?
I mean, it's like a big conductor. You saw this thing coming down from the sky. That just doesn't happen for no reason on a Tuesday.
Only on Thursdays, I think.
Only on
So.
It's not Thursday, it's Wednesday too. So like,
Wow.
nothing's matching up.
Well, I'm gonna. Yeah, let's do that because I feel like I want to go help them out more, or try to take out some of this Bane or see what they're doing. But I feel like we're probably needed to do that. So yeah, let's go find some heckin' machinery.
Are there any Tonka trunks, Jonesy?
There's no Tonka trucks.
Or some cats, if you will?
Why don't you ask your Glasswalker people?
Yeah, let me just
Message
my
them.
phone with my paw right now.
Yeah, it's not connected to your brain.
No.
You can't just like dungeon message them with your thoughts.
No.
Can we not see them at all on the other side, like getting
What?
attacked? Like, would we
Nope.
have heard that?
Whole different world.
Only the faintest of things kind of bleed through, and you guys moved far enough up the hill and far enough away that
So these guys, I'm at the wrong icon. I'm sorry. Where did we go? We're all the way up here. Okay.
So.
I'm like torn between going to check on all these Bane tenders and like looking back. I'm like, Killian, I'm gonna need you to tell me not to just abandon our team. I'm gonna be totally honest because.
Okay, well, let me put it this way. I am your team, and I am right here, right now. You would just be abandoning your team to abandon your team.
That's fair. That's a good point. Alright, fine. But I gotta tell you, man, after this, I don't think I'm going back to New York. So, let's figure this crap out. And I'm gonna, like, turn away reluctantly from walking towards them. Like, let's just go check on our friends.
And as you get a little bit now that you've gotten a little bit farther out, you see a lot more of those uranium veins working around. You see more larger, hulking, crab-like creatures that are probably the size of Volkswagen Beetles, kind of skirting across the ground in the Umbra. You do see off in the distance. You do see a couple flashes of lightning, and this is actually pure white lightning. And as they do, it also sounds like a screech of a falcon. Like it rings through the night as you see a couple of Guru in distant Guru in combat with a rather large looking collection of fangs and claws and talons, kind of morphed into one creature.
Ew.
Oh.
That obviously some sort of larger bane that they're attacking. In the physical world, you have engaged a couple of Fomori, and then you hear off in the distance, you hear the sound of fully automatic weapons going off, and you hear the sounds of howls start piercing through the night.
Great, cool.
So,
Are we close enough to that big thing for me to like hit it with an arrow though? Or is it like off in the distance? I don't know if I have any actual points in archery, but
actually, these are bane-seeking arrows. So it's more about if you can get it to activate, it will fly to the nearest bane and strike it.
how many arrows do I have?
6.
How far away do I see the...
It's quite a ways at this
okay.
point.
All right. That's fine.
So-
That's a good
so-
answer.
But yes, so with that, it sounds like the sound of battle has been engaged by the rest of the attacking party members, the attacking packs.
Right.
So as you're going along, what do you? So you're gonna as that's going on. Was there anything killing that you were going to try to accomplish before?
Well, just looking for big heavy machinery, excavating equipment, anything that we could use.
Nothing you can see on this side of the Umbra.
Okay. Huh?
No.
Yeah. So I will hold tight for now.
Cool. With that, you have meanwhile down the rest of the party out in the physical realm. Darren, you've run up to the one for Mori. Kennedy has just gutted the one right in front of you. She's still literally has the guy's spleen in her hand. As the other Mori that you swung at and missed or fired at missed turns at you and doesn't you're right up in his face, so he doesn't try to pull up his gun or anything. He actually just kind of lurches back a little bit, and as he does, a barbed set of tendrils pour forth from his chest and start trying to hook and claw into you.
Oh hell, you're a tentacle monster. Those are my least favorite kinds of monsters.
So, with that, he does strike you with several of his barbed appendages. I will need a lethal soak check from you.
3 successes.
And that's all you needed. And so with that, he claws at you, and his barbed tendrils kind of latch into your arms and stuff, and kind of pull, but you have to pull yourself free without doing anything but more than superficial scratches. And Kennedy, what would you like to do?
Well, that's horrible. I think Kennedy's gonna just pounce. She's going to leap the distance from the disemboweled Fomori onto the one that is engaged with Darren and just try to land on him, claws extended. Yeah.
Sweet.
So let's
Go
see
ahead.
how that goes.
So go ahead and make me a check.
All right. And that is 5 successes on the claw attack. Which will turn into only 4 aggravated wounds. Not quite as gruesome, but still probably not completely ignored.
No, not at all. So with that, as you jump and jump over Darren to come pouncing down on this Fomori, as you do, you extend your claws out and just kind of look for something to latch onto, and you actually manage to grab one of those tendrils that had launched out from it, and as you go, your claws sink into it, and as you land on the ground, it pulls it down and rips it from its from the creature. As it tears away, you see blood and gore just kind of spill out over the snow-covered ground.
All right. Darren, finish it off.
Tell me twice.
Darren, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna take the fang dagger in my offhand and I'm gonna stab it in the head.
Sweet.
I don't know how much damage that does, but I did build an attack with my strength and melee. Is that correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So 4 successes. 1 is a 10 if that matters.
Sweet.
And what's the base damage die on a fang dagger?
Fang dagger is going to be strength plus 1
Okay,
for this version of the fang dagger.
Cool. So in that case, I get 3 extra successes from my successes on the attack. 3 successes for damage.
Now you can roll Gnosis to try to have it bite.
Yeah, so yeah,
Ooh, that's
Sweet.
nasty.
Is that?
So-
am I only allowed to do that once?
this is a fetish, so it actually is a permanent item.
Oh, cool.
So yes, you can go ahead and roll. The target number is going to be 6 for this. Notice this.
3 successes. 10, 10, and 9.
Nice.
Sweet. So you've actually doubled your damage.
So 6 damage instead of 3 damage. So I kind of spin around over where Kennedy is over there just mauling him, and I put him out of his misery by sliding the fang dagger into his brain, triggering my Gnosis and feeling just the teeth on the blade sink into the brain and just eviscerate everything inside the cranial cap there.
You.
And as you pull it out, Black Ichor just kind of flings across the ground and across the dead Fomori's body as it drops to the ground.
I could use one of these things in Fallujah. And I'll look up at Kennedy.
Sounds like the battle has been joined. We need to hurry.
Right behind you.
So with that, speaking of the battle that's been joined, I'm going to actually ask for our first test from the party, from the pack, to see how the battle is progressing. So
What?
for this,
That was a nervous noise. I'm sorry.
so for that, I will need one of the pack members to volunteer to make me a test. The options are proper planning. These are the types of actions that you could quote unquote use to do your role. We had proper planning, battle instincts, fury of rage, or trick maneuver. Each of those have different skill and attribute combinations. So who would like to go?
I volunteer to roll for proper planning.
Get it?
That was going to be intelligence and leadership, difficulty 7.
Awesome. That's a good pull for me.
Yes. So what I'm going to do is the next time I ask for a roll, one of the other 3 members of the pack will have to make that roll, and we'll cycle through the pack.
All right.
Here we go. I got 3 successes.
Woohoo!
So it's 3 successes towards the total, the success total that you need to either turn the battle in your favor, and you have a certain amount of time to be able to do that in. As I'm running it tonight. So if you would have happened to fail that roll, it would have encountered a minor setback. So with that, you're proceeding to head your way up north, closer towards the actual grouping of the combat. So as you start making your way up north, are you trying to regroup with your other pack mates who are scouting ahead, or are you just making your way for the heart of the battle?
Nope, they've got their job, we've got our job. We're making our way to the heart of the battle.
Yep.
So
We've got an evil guru to kill.
Hopefully she's a girl.
Yeah, well, if she's not, it won't be our problem for very long.
So
there are plenty of other terrible things that go bump in the night.
So as you're making your way up, you see several other group pouring out from the tree lines, both farther up to your east and farther over to the west of you, encountering various Fomori and other creatures in the physical realm. In the spirit realm, you see several more of those packs kind of pouring out as well. Some your best guess is some of those pack members are on both sides. Some are the Umbra, some in the physical realm at the same time. As you are looking ahead, you see a large pack of about 9 black spiral dancers pouring over the hill, coming down the slope towards your general direction. And as they do, you see farther up north on the ridge, another pack of Shadow Lords comes rushing out of the woods. And as they do, you hear a clash of thunder or rock through the night sky. As they begin to unleash fully automatic weaponry and other stuff towards that pack. So that pack of black spiral dancers splits in two, with a large portion of them heading towards the incoming Shadow Lords, and 3 others have veered off and heading down towards your direction, Kennedy and Darren.
Okay.
Go.
Well, brace for incoming.
So, and as you do, you spot one of them slide away and kind of just fade out as they're rushing your direction.
Well, that's not good.
Absolutely not, but we have others to deal with first. Meep.
So I'm just gonna get this.
Hey,
GM
Jonesy,
screen.
did that look like a stepping sideways kind of fade, or is it a different kind of fade?
Turned invisible and they're going to get us now.
Make me a wits and enigmas check, and I'll let you know.
May I also make that check?
Sure.
Not total garbage at that.
What's the difficulty?
I have 1 success.
I have 2 successes.
Your best guess would be that person shifted to the Umbra.
Friends are going to have company.
The plan. See how I did this?
Good plan. Good plan.
Gee, it's almost like splitting between the physical world and the Ember is something that makes sense and people would do.
So with that, the group of you have made your way, are rushing up towards that, and Fia and Killen, as you're rushing up the hill, you see a black spiral dancer basically sidestep over into the Umbra on your side, and as they've done it, they're all in Krynos, and he's just it's just raging towards you.
Well, so much for stealth, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. So, with that, I'm going to need to get these people on my initiative track. So,
Can I shift to Krynos like before he gets to me?
you sure can.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I think that's a great idea.
Follow my lead.
Go ahead, take point.
What, being in your 8-foot tall murder wolf form is a good idea when you're about to fight another 8-foot tall murder wolf? Yeah, maybe.
Murder wolf! You're assuming what it wants. Maybe it just wants to talk.
Unfortunately,
you are-
I'm 7'6".
You are correct. I am assuming.
I think it's a safe assumption.
Oops.
I
Probably.
feel no guilt about this assumption.
So with that, the two, the three black spiral dancers are powering down to your direction. As they do, Fia and Killian, you shift into your Krynos forms as they engage. I'm going. You guys can obviously not super picky about combat tokens or anything like that. Just gets more of an idea. But as the one Black Fury comes, the one Black Spiral Dancer comes down, and as they're doing it, they kind of point their claws out towards you from its one hand. And as it does, it unleashes a bone cringing howl that seems to also be of anger and pain as its claws explode off its fingers, flying towards you.
Oh,
What?
Oh Lord!
he's got a different type of gun.
This is in the physical realm, and it's targeting the Geta Fenris that sees before you, that sees before it.
Oh, so we're seeing that happen in the physical realm?
You actually, because there are Guru, you actually see now that your party member, your pack is rushed closer, and they're much closer. You can kind of vaguely see, and you had a point of reference with that Black Spiral Dancer coming into the Umbral realm.
Mhm.
You have a vague best guess of what's going on the physical realm right now because they're right up next to you,
Oh.
and because it's way easier to deal with in combat. That's why.
Yep.
With that, Darren, I am going to need a soak roll from you, please.
I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you?
It's going to be aggravated.
I think you're gonna like it more, Darren, if you make it.
I shouldn't have been so mouthy. I'm sorry, Jonesy. Aggravated. Difficulty 6.
Yes.
2 successes. Ow! 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 Ow!
As you take 2 points of aggravated damage as this Black Spiral Dancer's talons tear through your upper shoulder and arm.
Question just for future planning: is the Fang Dagger able to transfer with me to Krynos form?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Anything that you're carrying, you assuming that you can actually use it in that form. As an example, you couldn't use a Glock in that form. It just your hands wouldn't be able to function on it.
Mm-hmm.
With the caveat that Glasswalkers cheat and find ways to make that happen.
Right.
But things like fang daggers, battle axes, claves are specifically designed to be wielded in both or multiple forms, which is one of the reasons that Gru relies so heavily on melee combat and melee weapons, is because they can. Even a Gru can get his hands around a two-headed battle axe and swing it. and if it's silver edged, all the better. Um, so with that, it unleashes its claws and explode through your shoulder. Um, the other one runs, jumps, and leaps, and as it leaps far farther than it should possibly be able to do that. But you notice a thin membrane that stretches from its arms down the side of its body, almost like that of a flying squirrel
Ew.
or bat, perhaps, as it's doing a flying leap towards, well, glide towards Kennedy.
Uh-huh.
With that, it's trying to do a double rake as it's comes by you. And Kennedy, you deftly step sideways out of its range.
Okay.
I did not roll one success.
Aw.
Oh
It has it has a
no.
lot of dice.
I'm okay with this.
So, and meanwhile, in the same round in the Umbra,
Hmm.
and because all the Black Spell dancers are rolling as one initiative, and they all rolled higher than everyone else.
Wow.
Not by much, but it barely beat you, Thea. It's rushing towards you, and as it does, it pulls out from a sheath that's strapped around its back what appears to be a glinting silverish blade,
Yeep.
Oh no, that's specific.
which you recognize as some sort of clave,
What does that mean? Like a.
which is a ceremonial battle knife that's used by Guru, and it's usually made of silver.
They're trying to kill me. Wait, how is he touching that thing?
He's the blade is made of silver. The handle is actually strapped and wrapped in leather.
All right.
So he's holding the leather.
All right. Well, interesting.
So, yeah.
It's time to die. It's nice knowing you, Killian.
You are expressly prohibited from dying. I think I've made that very clear.
You can't see me. Ha ha.
It's full of disturbance in the plot.
Ah!
With that, I will need. Speaking of which, I will need a perception check from Kennedy, actually. And so while Kennedy's doing that, Thea, what would you like to do? It basically, the Black Spell dance just finishes its turn by basically getting across to where you're at.
Do I think that shooting it with this bane arrow is gonna do anything?
Nope. Because it's not a Bane, it's a Black Spell dancer.
Wait, can I throw my claws thinking about my shifty maneuvers that I have? I don't know what that
no.
does. I don't know what. I'm sorry, I just don't know what that does.
No, that was actually a specific gift that
Oh,
that it used.
that
Oh.
bitch.
I'm going to notice nothing because I got 0 successes on my perception.
Sweet.
Well, how far away is he? He on screen? Yeah, he's still pretty. Not that far.
No, the Black Spell dancer used its round to clear the distance between you and it. So now it's up in your grill face range.
Right on. So, I feel like I want to be fast. Speed of thought is the really fast one, right?
That's the gift that lets you move super fast. It's literally just movement.
And what does Rite of Binding do again?
The right that lets you bind spirits.
He's not a spirit, gosh dang it.
Nope.
Alright, fine. Not Kennedy. Thea just sits there and stares for a second while she's thinking, like, please hold before you attack. I am going to launch at it and claw. Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Awesome.
Yep.
Go for it.
I'll just do that then. I'm gonna. Sorry, Killian. Not really. I'm just gonna growl at you and hope you understand that.
I understand.
I just hit the wrong button. That's grapple. Ignore me. Claw's right above that. I got 1 success as I launch into the air and maybe hit him.
Yeah,
Well,
one
that's all you need to hit. Yeah, so you hit. You hit.
Oh,
You
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
now since you only got 1 success, you didn't. It wasn't like
That's
an
right.
amazing hit, so you don't do extra damage, but you would still roll your normal damage for that.
That's right. And it's no extra successes, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's okay. I remember this. I got 5 successes of aggravated damage.
Holy smoke!
Rawr.
So I need to soak ag.
Yeah, you do.
Um.
A sleek monster in the night.
So with that, you launch, and as you do, you launch at it, and it tries to turn to get out of the way and kind of spin its hips. And as it does, you do still catch it across its chest, ripping open a large gash as you claw through its chest. Its blood starts matting its fur as it splashes everywhere.
With my speed of
Killian.
thought, do I get to dodge getting hit with blood?
Sure.
I don't want to be covered in blood. Thank you.
You can do that.
Such kind.
Killian, what would you like to do?
So I just saw the same charge at her, and she just bopped it on the nose, right?
Oh, no, she just gutted it pretty good, actually. It's still up, and it still looks pissed, and it looks like it wants to kill you all.
Oh no, I don't like that. I will go ahead. I will misty eye that man.
You're gonna use one of your gifts?
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell the pack members what your gift's gonna do.
So it's basically going to give them all really bad cataracts.
Beautiful.
Just bam. So let's see if I can pull it off. What do I need to roll for that, Jones?
So, let's double check what you need to roll for that. So under your gifts.
I'm kidding.
So you're gonna manipulation and stealth, difficulty 8.
I can use this gift multiple times, right? Or is it just once?
You can use it multiple times. It usually doesn't stack very well against the same target over and over again, but
But I have multiple uses per day, correct?
yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and use a willpower to guarantee 1 success.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna use that up, and here we go. I got 2 successes.
Sweet. So, using Kendi as a distraction and hopefully breaking line of sight with the black spot answer, you try to blur into the area and just kind of make yourself harder to spot. So, is there anything else you're gonna do? Are you gonna try to move anywhere, or are you just gonna try to?
I'll try to get back around him.
Awesome. Go ahead and make me a stealth check while you're doing that.
Okay.
While you're making the stealth check, Kennedy, what are you going to do?
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty's going to be 5, actually. It's 5.
I got
No.
5 successes.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Kennedy, what are you going to do?
So there was a black spiral dancer who just flew past me on little membrane wings, correct?
Yes, it kind of did a flying leap at you, and then you sidestepped it, and as it hit the ground, it kind of did a little dive, tuck, roll thing and spun around. So
Okay. I'm going to close with the one that just dove towards me. And I'm going to attempt to catch him with my claws before he's able to get his balance. And I would like to spend a rage to take a second action at the end of this turn.
Sweet.
Because, well, shit. So I will make my claw for this turn, and that is that is 4 successes on the claw attack.
Damn.
Well, I'm beefy. And that is 6 successes of aggravated wounds.
6, you said?
I did.
And you sure that was 6, right? not like 1, right?
I'm quite positive that I rolled 6 successes for my wounds, unlike the 1 success you rolled for your soak. Yes.
So with that, how do you take out this Black Fella Dancer?
So he had just kind of done a tuck and roll. I'm going to come in, and as he's getting to his feet, catch my claws right under his jaw and just rip away the lower half of his face.
Wow.
Awesome.
And howl with rage and pleasure.
Also, can we mention that Kennedy is covered in blue paint right now, because that's pretty wild.
Yes, so I'm this shaggy red-furred wolf covered in blue war paint. Well, not covered, but with war paint markings all over her.
Best Darren could get was the black stripes like going under like football helmets.
Sorry. I can't.
So, yes, and so with that, the Black Sparrow Dancer is dead. You have yes,
I'm sorry, did you just take out 2 of them?
one of them.
Wasn't there?
I killed a Fomori last round.
Right.
Yes.
There is
Darren.
still another Black Spiral Dancer trying to kill Darren. So
Yes, there's 2 of the 3 that you have dispatched. Darren, what would you like to do?
I would like to shapeshift into Krynos form. And Darren will say I probably shouldn't bring a gun to a werewolf fight.
Not to you, or schmooze a couple glasswhackers.
So I just click a shapeshift button. I'm trying to get a Krynos form. And
You haven't done
Tony's
combat in a
thinking
couple
about it.
rounds. You haven't done a lot of combat in a couple sessions, so.
It's true.
yeah, last session was no combat at all.
So for some reason that didn't roll anything.
There's a bug with the macro. You have to make sure to put a 0 for the modifier, even though
Oh, okay.
it defaults that. You actually have to type the 0 in there.
That is good to know. Krynos form. Shapeshift. 5 successes.
Yes,
Yeah,
with
boy.
that, you automatically shift, boom, like that, into
Cool.
your war
So-
form.
I throw the fang dagger up in the air, drop to my knees, and my body begins to shake and crack as I give into the rage pulling in the center of me. And I stand up in Krynos form, catch the dagger, and launch myself forward to attack the Black Spiral Dancer.
Sweet!
Nice. Hey, audience, can you tell that Alex is a writer?
No, I don't write anything. Am I allowed to make an attack this round, or should I wait till next round?
Yes, you can go until they make an attack this time, too.
I'm gonna disembowel this guy with my claws. He's not even worth the dagger. 3 successes.
That's definitely going to be a hit.
And 5 aggravated damage. Oh.
So with that, where were you aiming for?
Yeah, so I just launch myself forward. I trick him with the dagger like I'm going to come up and stab him in the throat. And while he dodges that, I come back with the offhand and I just slash across his face, just break his jaw, and his eyes fly out and hit the ground beside him in the snow.
So yeah, it's kind of like big chunk of you can actually see down to the bone of its skull and the shattered bits of part of its jawline as it's there looking at you with its one good eye and just kind of drooling and snarling because it's messed up but not quite dead, refusing to give up the ghost.
I will still howl at the moon.
So with that, the Black Spiral's going to go.
Is he? I thought I spent a rage for an action.
And yes, we have one rage action this round. That's right.
Get him, Kennedy.
Thank you for calling me on that.
No, it's fine. I spent the rage. I want to get the action. I'm going to circle behind the spiral that Darren just clawed, and I'm going to attempt to rip him down from behind. I'll bite at him because it makes sense to me that I'm coming in low, so I'm coming in for a bite. So, plus there's just something so brutally harsh about Krynos bite. I have 5 successes on the bite. And that is going to be 6 successes of aggravated damage.
Okay. Let's see if this guy can take any of that. Which I don't think I think the answer is going to be no, but
took a lot of it.
So with that, yeah, you reach down and bite, and you manage to grab and pull and rip out a bunch of muscle and tissue, and it lets out a massive howl of pain as best as it can. It's a kind of a combination of howl and gargle, because part of its jaw is missing. As it kind of like shudders there for a moment, and it's yeah, it's messed up. It's just blood is just pouring out of this creature on the ground, and it's thrashing out its last bits of life. Top of the round. Black Spiral Dancer 1 that's currently engaged with Kennedy and Darren is going to attack. It's going to use all of its rage this round. It's going in their death frenzy. And the other one is going to spend a rage as well, and is going to try attack Fia. So first attack it's going to launch is it's going to slash at Fia with its claws, striking Fia in the upper shoulder and rendering its claws down her arm.
Ow.
For 8 aggravated damage.
Does he have to?
Yes.
Hear me out.
So what I need you to do is to make a soak roll.
That's a lot of damage.
Which is where?
Which is on your combat sheet, on the combat tab of your character sheet. Down at the bottom, there should be on the right-hand side. There should be a bashing, lethal, aggravated options.
Yeah.
You'll want to click on the aggravated one.
Oh, okay. I see. These are the. Yeah. I mean. Okay. I got 0 successes. Is there a reroll button?
Oh no!
But what if I? I wait for my punishment. This is fine.
So yes, you got something that's going to you'll see. So with that, it kind of for effect because you just took 8 levels of aggravated damage. And for those playing at home, that's one more than you have. Oh wait, just to clarify, are you sure you are in Krynos form on your character sheet?
I'm very sure.
Okay, cool. So, the Black Spot Dancer managed to do 8 levels of lethal of aggravated damage to Fia. Werewolves have 7 health levels. So, so with that, as it claws at your arm, it pulls down the silver clave and stabs you in the chest, and pulls it out and howls victoriously. Next up is Fia. Fia, as you see this glint of silver and this creature's up in your face, just drool and spittle and stuff, just pouring out of its mutated malformed jaw as this blade pierces down into your heart. For half a second, you were standing in under the light of a full moon on an expansive desert, cascading as far as the eye can see.
I'm dead.
Off to the faintest distance off to your right, you see 3 kind of silhouettes of small triangles on the far distance horizon, which you immediately know in your heart are the ancient pyramids of Egypt.
Wow. Why?
Overhead, you hear the hoot of an owl as a creature lunges itself out of the sand and it appears to be wearing the tattered remains of slave garb, as it's got unearthly fangs, and you know in your heart it's one of the foul followers of Set, and a vicious vampire, as you come down with a blade and cut off its head. Darren, you see this blade pierce through Fia's chest, and her body just instantly go limp. And as she falls to the ground, you see her cat launch over at her. As it does, it glows with an unearthly light and flickers and flashes.
I see this through the Umbra.
Not Darren. Sorry, Killian. Sorry, I forgot which ones were. I flipped them in my head for a second. Which pack members with who? So as it does, as the cat does that, it flickers and fades away. And as it does, it has managed to heal you, Fia, at great cost to itself. Half of your damage. You're only down 4 hit points.
I don't want my cat to save myself.
Oh, thank God! I thought Kennedy was gonna kill me.
So, so that's Fia. That's actually that's going to be your turn. That's literally all your little glimpse of a flashback to one of your ancestors' life fighting the Set Osiris Wars is literally what you're going to do this round. Because your cat just made a Hail Mary for you and pulled you out of the fire.
Is my cat okay?
But Killian, what would you like to do?
Oh, that was a lot that just happened.
Yes, that was. Holy Mother of God.
I'm not. This is all so much. Like she died and then didn't die, and I'm just gonna.
You
fight
don't
him.
know she died, and she wasn't dead. She was mostly dead.
I'm just saying. I don't think I could take a sword through the chest.
Ooh.
You're not sure she did either. She's still on the ground, not moving. You just know her cat did something.
Okay.
Flash of light and stuff.
Since I'm behind them, I'm gonna go ahead and bite Mr. Man right now.
Okay,
I
go
got
for it.
3 successes.
So,
And then I roll the damage, right?
oh yes, yep. Remember to get +2 for bonuses.
Okay. Ooh, 4 aggravated.
Sweet. So with that, you come up and bite into this black spot dancer, and it lets out a howl.
Sneak
And-
attack.
Yeah. So, Kennedy.
So the spiral in front of us is in a death rage, and I have no idea that there's a spiral in the Umbra who just almost killed my girlfriend.
Something in your gut tells you that Fia is in mortal danger. But so is your packmate Darren.
But so is my packmate Darren. I'm gonna I'm gonna try to tackle this thing and yeah, I'm just gonna try to tackle it and hold it down so that Darren can finish it off.
Cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So that looks like a body tackle to me.
Yes.
That is 2 successes on a body tackle.
Cool.
So that is 5 successes of bashing damage, and presumably I have tackled it to the ground, which, you know, visually still makes sense because I'd come up from behind and bit out most of its leg, and so now I'm just kind of barreling down on it.
So, cool. So yes, you send it crashing to the ground. Darren, what would you like to do? Your packmate has just flung up and slammed this creature to the ground.
Well, I'm going to benefit from that, and I'm going to claw it. It doesn't say I have to use my hand claws, so I'm going to attempt to use my foot claws.
Yes,
We're
you
going to
totally
American
can.
History X this guy.
You're gonna curb stomp him?
Yeah. But knock his teeth out like so many Tic Tacs. What's the difficulty since Kennedy has him tackled?
I'm actually going to say difficulty is going to drop to 5.
Perfect. Boom. 4 successes. And for damage, I roll 5 aggravated successes.
So with that, you just bring your foot up and with the claws extended, just slam through the back of its skull, shattering its jaw, and putting this creature out of misery.
Perfect.
So much for its rage actions.
That was kind of my thought. I was like, let's put this thing down before it takes a whole bunch of rage actions.
And I'm going to continue onward to the objective.
Sweet. Black Spiral and the Umbra is going to turn around. Know that and just got attack. It's going to attack Darren. I'm sorry. I keep saying sorry, Killian. I keep doing that. I apologize. With that, it turns around and just launches out with its claws right at you, Darren, please make me a soak roll.
I'm gonna soak it.
Killian's gonna die with me. Good night.
Maybe.
Rip.
That's right. Where is? I'm on the combat page. I can't find the soap roll again.
At the very at the bottom.
Yeah, it just says aggravated. It's over in the
Go-
right hand corner.
Okay.
And let me know if you want to spend a willpower.
Nah, I'm a gambling man. I got 3 successes.
You're
So with that, you came up, bit it, and it spins around in a fit of rage and lets loose with its, just comes down with its claw straight for your chest and literally slams it right through the lower part of your chest, breaking through ribs, and its claws extend and pour out through your back as its blood, it pulls back its blood-soaked hand as you drop to the ground, incapacitated.
I thought I
Oh.
dodged that.
Oh my god.
So.
We've made mistakes.
So, with that, Fia, what would you
Yeah.
like to do?
Oh god. Fia doesn't. I don't even know. I guess I'm gonna back to life for like a hot second, just to see what Killian fall down beside me.
Yes. So you literally was seeing all that stuff. You chopped off that vampire's head. You look to your right, and down on the ground next to you is a full-size spiritual cheetah. And then you snap back to the physical world as you pull yourself up, as you feel your sternum starting trying to knit itself back together. As you look around, the Black Spiral Dancer right ahead of you just puts its hands through your packmate's lower abdomen.
What's that frenzy thing? Can I do a frenzy thing that you did earlier?
I was going to go in. Yeah, I was going to go into Berserk Frenzy. But did you spend any rage yet this round?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Okay. So, yeah. I need you to add 2 points of rage to your character sheet, even if that will bring you over your normal.
I don't think it does.
So, what is your normal range?
It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
4?
6.
6?
Mhm.
You have 6 rage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you have 8 rage. You
Oh.
took a rage for getting eviscerated, and then you took a rage when you saw your packmate just get skewered through.
Oh, good. So, what does that mean?
That means you're starting to foam a little about the mouth, and you're pretty much pushing the point of going frenzy. And I actually just made a roll, and you didn't quite go frenzy yet, but you're pushing it really hard. Because you probably have way more rage than you have willpower right now.
Well,
So,
yeah.
So it is your go. Now you can also say that you want to spend a rage this round, this round, and then basically you can spend. What is your dexterity? Or your
My dexterity is 3. My stamina is 5.
So if you want to spend, you can actually spend more than 1 rage this round if you want to spend a couple of them. Each rage lets you do an extra action.
And where do I...
So on the character sheet where it says...
yeah, where it says rage.
So it has 2 rows. You have the one that has all the little black dots on it.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one right below it, you just tick off the ones that you've spent.
Gotcha. So wait, where was I supposed to add 2 to?
To the
To the top?
to the top row.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. That's even so much better. Yeah, I'll spend some rage, I guess. Do some rage things. And what is that? I'm sorry. I just want to be very mad. Fia is...
Oh yeah, you're livid.
Okay, so I feel connected to my spirit world, and I'm mad, and I don't know how to... I just want to make sure that comes across in whatever the heck I'm clicking. So...
Yeah. So if you spend rage, you basically can do multiple attacks against this motherfucker who just... Pardon my language, but yes, who just who basically did kill you, though you're not quite sure exactly if that you died or not. 'Cause
Oh, I'm about to not be
'cause
very happy.
weird spirit stuff. But you look over, you see your pack mate who you spent the last several days basically learning to survive with,
Oh.
bleeding out on the snow.
Thanks for making sure that that really hit home. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay, so can I spend 2 rages?
Yes, you can.
Yes. Okay, and do I have to spend a do I have to spend a move action to stand up?
No.
Okay.
No.
Well, I want to roll, jump, kick, scream. Can my eyes glow? Are my eyes glowing? I feel like my eyes should be glowing, and I'm gonna actually bite for like the first time this entire game.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to bite his heckin' throat out. So I got 4 successes. So 3, 4 aggravated damage.
Sweet. With that, you're kind of on the ground. You're kind of like falling up, and you literally had fallen to your knees. And as you snap back to reality, you look over and you see the back of the Black Spiral Dancer as it's towering over your packmate, bleeding out on the ground.
Okay.
As you spring off your feet, launching straight at it, in Krynos, you basically just latch onto its upper thigh, and as you pull off, you rip off big chunk of flesh and meat and muscle and bone as you pull forth a whole chunk of meat straight out of this creature's thigh.
Yum. That's the first time I've bitten into dog. I don't like it.
As you shake your head, you kind of spit out that, and you're basically ready for the next attack.
Yes! So I get to go again?
Not yet.
Okay, I didn't think so.
That was you.
Yep.
The other half of your turn. Kennedy. A small little cub manifests in front of you out of the umbra.
Okay.
It looks kind of like looks almost like it's drunk. It's kind of staggering a little bit.
Okay.
And it looks like it's in pain.
I'm gonna shift.
Yeah, and you and Darren both see it.
It's Thea. That's all I say is it's Thea, and I'm gonna try and shift sideways. I'm gonna assume that I can catch a reflection off the glint of the helmets from the dead Fomori.
Sure. So, Killian, it's your go. Technically, you're on the edge. You're incapacitated. You're on the edge between life and death right now. So here's hoping someone remembers that there's a talent that they have with them that lets them do healing. Kennedy, you're gonna try to sidestep.
I am, and I'm gonna spend a point of willpower to get 1 success, definitely.
Okay.
I think you said that the gauntlet here is 6.
Yes.
Okay. I get 1 success, and I spend a willpower, so I have 2 successes.
Sweet. Darren, what are you gonna do?
Darren does not begrudge her running off to go check on Fia, but Darren's on mission. I'm making my way towards the obelisk.
You're leaving your pack?
It is a foolish in-character decision.
You're gonna make Josie cry. He's like, oh my god, now I'm just gonna kill everyone in one go. It's fine.
I mean, it makes total sense for Darren, and I'm going to yell at you so much.
The Sept of the Green's counting on us to succeed at our mission.
Heck the Sept of the Green!
There's a pack.
We're the Sept of the Great.
We're the trail mix! Come on!
I'm a little disappointed in our Arun, pack leader, but okay.
Oh no, disappointment. That's my least favorite emotion.
Oh, you did it!
You can't get me here. I moved out.
I mean,
So,
a good way to gain,
um,
good way to gain glory renown and lose wisdom renown, but
way to lose honor too. You turned your back on your pack mates.
Blood for the blood god, skull for the skull thrones.
okay.
So rage actions. Fia, what would you like to do?
God, I don't. Man, I'm not even powerful. Like, I can't even heal my pack mate, can I?
Nope.
No, kill this thing.
Okay! I'm gonna keep biting. I think we're gonna bite again because I think that does more damage. Maybe I think
Okay.
it does the same damage actually. Wait, can I kill them with a punch or a kick? That's bashing damage, so no, I don't like it.
You could make a claw attack and describe it as a kick with your
Back legs.
back legs with your claws.
I could do that. I'm gonna claw at it again because biting was disgusting, and even though I'm mad, that was gross. I got 3 successes.
Okay, that's a hit.
Yes, 2 damage.
Plus 2 badge.
5 successes of aggravated damage.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Darren! Killian!
So
Heck-
with that, you spun around. It kind of tries to turn around, looking at you. It's trying to like ready its clave and try to figure out what to do with you. And it kind of looks almost like it's a little taken aback by the fact that you're moving and not dead.
How dare
as you
I?
as you claw through it, ripping out chunks of flesh and meat from its body. So that's first rage actions. Second rage actions. Since you're the only one that spent rage this round.
That's me. I spent 2.
What would you like to do?
Holy
for your
crap!
second rage?
I'm gonna keep clawing. I am like,
Go for it.
You know, like when dogs are like digging in the ground. I'm doing that, except to this guy's chest. I got 2 successes, which is not enough, but we'll make it work. 6 successes of aggravated damage.
Damn. So, what does the killing blow look like?
Oh, yes. So after finally, clawing through all this guy's disgusting muscle tissue and fur, finally pierce his heart with one of my claws, and I just rip it straight out of his chest, and then I bite it and spit it back on him. And he's dead.
Yes. And with that, the black spiral dancer crashes to the ground. With that, Killian and the rest of you, what do you? I'm sorry, brain not working. Okay. And with that, you drop that black spot answer. Fia, Kennedy, you've stepped across. You see off in the road close by, you see your pack mate standing there with the heart of a black spot dancer in her hand as she just spits it at the ground. And over on the ground, you see your pack mate bleeding out.
Okay, I'm gonna rush forward, and I'm pretty sure that the Gaia's breath would have ended up in Killian's bag, either Killian or Fia's. So I'm gonna start digging through Killian's stuff to try to find the gourd to heal him.
Okay, sweet.
And with one, but although I'm also gonna look over at Fia and say, "I thought you were dead."
This is not the time to talk about that. Heal him.
I'm looking for it.
Look faster. I'm gonna help her look with my with my giant claws covered in blood and fur.
I mean, we're both in Krynos form, but
Excellent.
As you're digging through, you pull up the small talon, the breath of Gaia, which is a small gourd, which has been blessed and hollowed out and stuff. Needs a gnosis roll to trigger it, doesn't it?
it does. I'll try. I can sometimes do that. I will get one success.
All you need to activate it.
So then, yeah, Killian will heal 4 points of aggravated damage.
So that brings you all the way from incapacitated up to only injured, Killian.
Back.
As you wake up, more than a little pissed. Oh, by the way, Kennedy, gain a
Yeah.
rage.
Okay.
Gain a rage.
Hey, Jonesy, can I ask a
Uh-huh.
question?
Uh-huh.
This Black Spiral Dancer who Fia just eviscerated,
Uh-huh.
he was holding a weapon, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Uh-huh. Do I notice that weapon?
Yes, you do. Do you want to risk using that weapon?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I am firmly in the even if it's tainted, it's better to use it against them, and it can be cleaned, and we can. Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
As you grab this Black Spiral Dancer clave off the ground, this clave off the ground, you pull up a ceremonial clave of metal. The first thing that snaps out to you and kind of is the sigils on it.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is from a sister tribe you've not seen written down in a long time.
Okay.
As the clave has the white holler glyph on it.
Damn. Okay.
So it doesn't seem to be excessively powerful, but it does definitely seem to be very old and ancient.
Okay.
So with that, the pack can rush up to make it up to the hut.
Yeah, and I'll tell them. Darren went on ahead. We need to catch up with him.
Darren went ahead.
What?
Yeah.
You mean Darren left us here? And how did you know to come over here?
Saria, she appeared.
He
appeared. He appeared, and I could tell that meant you were in danger.
He's alive?
He appeared to me. I'm sure he's. There's no reason to think he wouldn't be.
Do I see him?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Buddy, you go sleep. What did you? We need to talk later, but you need to go be safe.
So with that, you quickly rush up and to the edge, and you and because it will make my life so much easier. The four of you regroup. As you make it to the edge of the pit, and by this point, there are Guru everywhere, and there are Black Spiral Dancers in heavy combat. With that, I will need another quick roll from the pack. So, who besides Darren would like to make a roll?
I'll make a roll. I'm mad.
No.
I want to do
Okay.
is it the same set or different?
No, it's going to be the same set. So you can either use Battle Instinct, Fury of Rage, Tricky Maneuver, or Proper Planning.
I feel like tricky maneuver might involve some dexterity. I don't like the face.
If you want, I can tell you what they are. That's not a huge secret. So,
yeah, I do then.
Proper Planning is an intelligence and leadership test.
Okay.
Battle Instincts is a wits and primal urge.
Okay.
Fury of Rage is a strength and brawl check, and Tricky Maneuver is intelligence and subterfuge.
Oh. I will do the rage one.
Fury of Rage. Gonna give me a strength and brawl check. Difficulty 7.
This will be very good, I'm very sure.
So how did we do?
Mad.
Fia rolls mad, for those who can't see. Here, I'll take a screenshot and put it in Discord for all of you to see.
All the Discord people.
If you're not in Discord, you won't see it. I'll tell you.
So, how did you do?
I got 3 successes.
So brings our total for our extended challenge up to 6. So with that, as you make it way to the top of the ledge, you see that down below you actually can see the large egg-like shaped black stone in the center. You see tons of construction equipment, excavation trucks, and things like that. You also see half a dozen black spiral dancers and various combat around the area. Along with that, you see around the black stone, you see what appears to be red sigils painted on the ground, which kind of have a faint glow off of them. And you see, like I said, you see lots of skirmishes going around. There's a heavy, large crane that leans over the side of the pit, down into the pit. On it, there are Fomori guards with sniper rifles shooting at the various guru. There are black spiral dancers standing guard up on top of it with them. And there's a whole bunch of spirals and stuff around the central mass. So you'd have to actually make your way down the very large inclined slope down to the base of the pit where they're carving out. As you start to begin your descent, is where we'll take our quick 5-minute break.
That's baby time. Wait, that sounded way worse than I meant. Sorry.
Did you get whatever time in? We got 5 minutes.
I have 5 minutes to collect myself. It's fine. BRB. Oh wait, I have to put us on break. I'm sorry.
Yes, you did.
Sorry,
you.
guys.
5 minutes now.
Wait, that's the wrong button. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
5 minutes now.
everyone. Thanks for hanging out and waiting for us to come back from our quick break. We need to go top off our drinks and stretch our legs for a moment. So I appreciate your patience as we did that. So we saw our heroes. And the final
We're heroes
showdown
now?
against the forces of the worm at the strip mine up in the greater northern wilds of Canada, as the Black Sparrows are attempting to abscond with an ancient talon artifact of the worm, with some horrible worm creature bound inside. As you crested the top of the hill, looking down in the strip mine, and start making your way down the very steep slope to the little makeshift road that they have running around it. In the bottom of it, there's dozens of heavy construction equipment. Off to the northern edge of the pit, kind of in and halfway in and out, it is a horrible bane monstrosity in the Umbra that's towering 25, 30 feet tall, and multiple tentacles and clawed like insect-like appendages splayed out everywhere. As 36 packs of Grue are currently engaged in battle with it. Down below in the center is the black egg-like obelisk with a ring of blood red sigils around it, and dozens of Fomori guard and black spirals and other creatures. As you start making your way closer down, you catch a glint of light and a glint of metal, and up ahead on the little makeshift path that you're trying to circumvent to get down to the bottom to rush in and aid your fellow Garou, you see a swirl of color and a swirl of cape as a creature manifests in front of you. As the swirl flies out, it looks like a Garou wearing odd armor. Seems to be of a shiny steel or silver, with very fine, delicate, interconnecting knotwork style patterns of gold and copper. It's wearing a long cloak of green, which was the flash of green that you saw, with intricate intricate gold entwining patterns around the edge of it. The Garou has bright red hair and fur, because it's in Krynos form, and a mischievous glint in its eye, and its eyes seem almost iridescent, and it's wielding a rapier and a mangonch.
What was that last word?
Magosh, a mangonch. It's
I don't know that.
the small. I'm mispronouncing it. Naren's cringing.
It's like a dessert.
I don't think I would know it, even if you were not mispronouncing it. I'm sorry, I don't know weaponry.
It's an offhand parrying dagger.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a small dagger with a hook on the top that you can use to grab people's swords.
See? We got it now. All right, we've made progress.
And who are you?
How do I heal?
It's aggravated damage. You don't.
So yeah, I need to actually make sure my So what would my damage be at? 4?
Oh, you're injured.
Injured. Okay, and they're all the red X's.
Yes, they're red X's because you're and you're like, and Aaron, you were like, and who are you?
Yep, that's what's said.
Real polite, like.
I am Doyle, vassal of the great lady Daniken. She's been searching for you. I'm looking straight at Kennedy.
Does that name mean anything to me?
absolutely nothing. You've never heard that word ever in your life.
Is it
That's-
'cause we stole your truck?
That's wonderful, but in case you haven't noticed, we're kind of in the middle of something right now.
Yeah. Ouch. My guts are like spilling out of my stomach. Oh.
Yes, I noticed. And my lady also owes the Lady Azera a boon, and therefore this is us repaying it 2 birds for 1 stone, as the case might be. Or in this case, 2 debts for 1 pup.
Oh hell.
One get
And-
for one
What
got.
the hell is she talking about, Kennedy?
And as the Gru reaches over and stows the small dagger and grabs 2 silver little trinkets and throws them behind them. And as they do, you hear clank, 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 and they unfold, and you see 2 creatures that look like they're wearing like 2 really thin creatures. They're about 5.5, 6 feet tall, super thin metal knights, but where the joints and stuff of the armor would like overlap and cloth would be seen or whatever, you actually see what looks like black thorns kind of and like the visors and stuff kind of poking out from there. As I think I broke Aaron.
Oh, possibly.
This seems bad.
Wait a second. What was that name again?
The Lady Daniken.
And would she be the bitch who cost me my chance to compete at Worlds?
You would never, according to my lady, you never would have survived anyway.
I'm gonna kill him.
Gain of rage.
I feel like we have stumbled upon something relevant to Kennedy.
Yeah, maybe.
With that, did you want to go roll initiative, Kennedy?
Yeah. I mean, if not, I'll just go and attack him. But I figure you probably want us to roll initiative.
So I get the impression you want to do damage to my wayward crew.
You would be correct. You know, I've got good stats. It would be really nice if I could roll better than a 3 for initiative just once. Not loving that 11 on my initiative roll.
What the hell's going on? I don't think I can help you fight, Dan. Dan? Who's Dan?
I don't know.
Dear? See, I'm
She
del-
wanted to say dear, and then she wanted to say Darren, so she went with Dan.
I'm delusional. I hate you.
Dear Dan Doe.
You are hurtful with your words.
You left me!
I trusted you to do your job. I didn't leave you.
Remember that time where you almost left me?
Are you gonna roll for initiative, Sophia?
Oh, me? Oh, shit. Don't let me get hit.
I mean,
I'm going down. I'm sorry. I'm balancing my real life spirit animal. Thank you. Goodbye, child.
With that fake life animal.
Ah! I'm sorry. Where did it go? There. Yeah, I got an 11, but I wasn't clicked on my token. Apparently. Oh my god.
So Darren, looks like you got initiative on these guys. what would you like to do?
Like to charge forward and ruin their day.
But what did they ever do to you?
They've
Besides,
upset my blood friend Kennedy.
so, by all means, go for it. Charge forth now, are you looking for the main snappy guru, or are you looking for one of his little night wearing armor friends?
I'm gonna attack one of the knight wearing armor friends.
Okay.
With my claws.
By all means,
Aha. 2 successes.
that's a hit.
And I do 7 aggravated damage.
Holy mother!
You mad?
It's 7, right?
7, yes, that's what I said.
With that, because I botched my roll, you rush up to one of these creatures, and as you slam your claw into it, you rend through the metal, and you hear the metal rend and grind as it breaks in half as you reach through and punch your claw all the way through this creature and pull it out. And when you do, you actually pull off the front chest plate of this creature, and nothing but twigs and barley and black briar falls out, along with black rose petals spills across the ground.
I'm going to assume that was vital.
And the helmet kind of hits the ground, goes clank, 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 and rolls down into the ditch and down farther into the pit.
And I will spend
And-
a rage token.
Hmm?
I will spend a rage point as well.
Sweet. And with that, the Doyle, the guru, looks over and goes, "Oh my, that wasn't supposed to happen." And kind of snaps his head back to the pack. Fia, Kennedy, what would you two like to do?
And get clarification. Why do we hate them?
Because his boss is the one who had attacked me and my friends the night I was supposed to compete at Worlds.
Ah,
So I would like to do 2 things. The first is I'd like to spend a point of rage, and the second is I'd like to try to introduce this new piece of shiny metal that I picked up off a Black Spiral Dancer into the interior of Doyle's body.
Okay then.
Start whipping that thing around.
By all means, please go and make an attack roll.
All right.
And remember, this would be not claws because you're using the clave, so it'd be melee.
Right. Dexterity plus melee.
Yep.
We'll get 3 successes to hit. And I will get 3 successes for the damage. And if he is a guru, the clave is silver.
So with that, you rush forward and strike at Doyle the Guru with your clave. Your clave pierces what appears to be mostly ceremonial-looking armor that he's wearing, and as it pulls through and cuts through, as you do, he goes and with his hand, his unarmed hand, he's got one arm that still has his rapier in it, and it reaches for it. And as he does, instead of blood spilling between his fingers, you actually see black petals spill out.
the hell are those?
I don't know who you are. I don't know who your boss is. But you can both go to hell.
So,
I think I was just
Um,
there.
Topical.
yeah, what would you like to do? Because you also get to go right now.
Well, shit. Kennedy, I guess we'll kill them. Okay. I'm just gonna attack whoever Kennedy's attacking because I'm not feeling strong enough to attack my own people. I'm very distraught with the ways of the world.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah. No, Kennedy, by the way, I am pretty sure I just went to some version of hell, so just keep that in mind. And I'm just gonna say that as I go to claw this dude.
7 is heaven. That's what I remember.
Where did I go to? Oh, we haven't moved our tokens in a long time. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Claw. I got 0 successes. Rip.
So you go to claw, and as you do, he manages to get his blade up just in time, kind of splank, and blocks your claw attack. The blade should have snapped into the weight of your claws. It manages to actually fend off your mighty swing.
Neat.
And despite looking like it's made out of silver, it does not burn you.
Haha! Noted.
It's good.
So, with that, the little night creature that was behind him kind of rushes forward and leaps and does a triple somersault over the 3 of you and lands on the behind the group of you, swinging its blade.
That's cheating.
Yep.
Totally is.
Going for Kennedy, it strikes Kennedy.
Sure.
I need a soak roll from you. It will be lethal damage from you.
Okay.
I'm not sure they care that it's cheating.
I will soak 4 of it.
Okay, so you take 1 point of lethal damage, and as you do, Kennedy, you gonna as you get slashed a little bit. Fia,
Yeah.
you actually see for half a second the entire battle taking place from a much lower perspective, close to the ground. As you start peeking through the current battle through your familiar's eyes, the creature they're attacking are in the Umbra as well. They are in the physical realm and the Umbra simultaneously, full on. In the Umbra, the armor actually has a faint golden glow and
Shit.
does not look like it belongs there.
I know it's not my turn, but I'm just gonna say Kennedy, I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying. I'm not telling you anything else. It's like till my turn comes around.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
Julian, what would you like to do?
I would like to Melky Eye again, because safety feels good after getting murdered.
I mean, that's fair.
You are mostly dead, not completely dead.
You know what? That's a bargain bin deal right there.
So go ahead and make the roll. So, and are you gonna do anything else this round, like move or just blur?
I got 5 successes, and I will get up. I will get in flanking position of Darren. Be ready to back him up when he starts going again.
Okay. And with that, Doyle will go. Doyle is going to attack.
Hecked.
He's going to attack everyone simultaneously.
Everyone.
Yep.
You said
Yes.
did you say simultaneously?
Simultaneously, because
Simultaneously.
he's a cheat Mitch.
So that's a word you
cheat-
just used. Yes. Okay. Okay. Okay.
He's a cheat.
Cheaty, bang, bang. Cheaty, bang, bang.
So with that, he becomes a blur of speed as he lashes out with his blade and does an attack against Darren, Kennedy, and Fia. I need each of you to make lethal soak rolls.
Woo!
Good
I'm a
night.
coward. I'm alive.
Good night.
Yes, he did not see you to attack you because you were blurred.
Oh, I got 3 successes.
I got 2 successes, Jonesy.
I got 5 successes.
So Darren, you take 1 point of lethal damage.
Is lethal worse than aggravated?
Nope,
No.
aggravated's the worst.
Well, that's awesome.
So
I'm glad.
Declan says hi.
Hi, Declan.
Hi,
our newest pup has joined the stream.
Yep.
So with that, that's his action. He that's all he does. Did people spend rage this round?
I did.
I did.
He's
So,
raging
with
out
that-
with the baby.
So, Darren, you had highest initiative, so your rage action goes first.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump on the other robot.
Damari got that.
It's not a robot, but okay.
I'm gonna jump on the Blackthorn robot.
Deconstruct.
2 successes.
He's playing his first
That's a
game.
hit. And twirl.
6 aggravated.
Oh my god.
So with that, you manage to punch a hole through its armor and pulls out big chunks of debris.
Debris.
But it's still up and moving.
That's
second,
a bad idea, my friend.
Second rage action. Anyone else? Aaron, Kennedy has got a rage action.
Kennedy does have a rage action, and Kennedy still has a large, sharp piece of silver. And even though he doesn't seem to particularly care, because I don't think he's actually Guru, it's amazing how many things will be dispatched by removing their heads with a large, sharp piece of metal. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And I will slash out with the clave.
So, go for it.
Only 1 success, but that's enough to hit.
That's all you need to hit. Yep.
So, no extra damage. So, I end up with 3 successes on my damage roll. Come on. Yeah, buddy.
So awesome. As you do, it does more. You ran through it with the silver blade again, doing more damage to it. More petals begin to falling out of it.
And I'll just snarl.
And was there any? That was all the rage actions of the round, I believe.
Yes.
I'm okay for it.
Top of the round. Top of the round. Darren, what would you like to do?
Well, this thing is this thing still standing?
Yes.
All right, I will endeavor to make that not a true statement. With 3 successes with my claws.
Sweet.
Oh, buddy.
That does hit.
And 5 aggravated successes for damage.
And with that, how do you dispatch said creature?
Yeah, I go ahead and I approach it and I grab it by both shoulders, straighten my claws up to the helmet part of it, and I just shove it down inside and watch it tumble into a bunch of metal, just debris across the ground.
Sweet. Awesome. Anyone who would like can make an intelligence occult roll. Difficulty 8.
I'm gonna do it.
I'll try it. I'm going to fail.
He said anybody, so I can botch this without consequence.
You can make the roll. As you're doing that, Darren has dispatched the second creature. It is now Kennedy and Fia's go.
If I have movement, I'll go ahead and move closer to the bad guy.
Okay.
I do get 0 successes on the occult check, though, so it's probably not important.
Oh my god, I managed to pull 1 success.
Yeah, I got a -1.
You owe me a success, Aaron.
Yeah. Well,
Is
you
that
you
how
might
that
notice
works?
that I entered it as magical knowledge I don't have.
I have it. You said what'd you say it was? I'm sorry.
Intelligence and occult.
I have those things. Those are the only things I have. To be honest.
Well, I mean, you're a theurge after all, so.
Yeah. I am. Sorry, I'm still baby headspace. And difficulty 8.
Yes.
So many clicks up. 2 successes.
This is some straight up Midsummer Night's Dream crap going on. That's what you got.
Oh.
1 second, sir. Let me do a quick Google search.
It's a fairy.
So, brings us to Kennedy. What were you gonna do?
Oh yeah, it is. So this knight has not obliged me by dying yet, has he?
He is not. He is. Wait. Yes, actually, you just went with your second attack, right? Yes. So
I thought
Darren just got an attack, and
I think
did
I've killed 2 so far.
you
I don't
passed.
know.
You dispatched the second one, and didn't you just got your second clave attack on the other one, right, Kennedy?
No, we finished that, and then we went to Darren at the top of the round, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
Tia and
That
I
was
were
like that. Yeah, that was a rage action. That's right. That's why
Yep.
I was. Yeah, go. Rage
So-
action. All right.
then yeah. So I'm going to try to dispatch this. I don't think he's actually Guru, which means that I don't actually particularly feel like using the clave. So I'm going to claw with my offhand. And I'm still not rolling great, but I do get 1 success, so that will hit.
Awesome.
And I will get 5 aggravated successes with my claw. With the damage.
And with that, you come down with your claw, ripping off this creature's head.
Okay.
And as you rip off its head, you call because you're just clashing at it, and you actually hear like popping and snapping of seams
Okay.
as it rips off its head, and as it crumbles to the ground, a gust of wind blows what appears to be a giant pile of black rose petals out of its body and swirling into the wind as the husk of this creature just kind of collapses on the ground.
I have no idea what that was. I know we'll have to deal with it again later, but for now we have a job to finish.
So, with that, the pack manages to scramble down the edge of the cliff, and as you're making your way down the edge of the cliff, you see as you're making your way down the cliff, you start running, and behind you, you see the ground kind of rumble and shake, and the actual ground starts heaving and swirling and buckling underneath your feet as you stumble down this close to 45-degree slope. And behind you, it looks like another one of those giant 25, 30-foot tall monstrosities of tentacles and insect legs and beaks and caribous bits starts manifesting in the physical realm.
Yep.
And you see, as you make your way to the edge of the actual ground, level ground, up ahead is the giant egg-like obelisk. With the giant blood sigil around it, which is glowing with power. And behind you, that thing that's manifested is barreling down the hill towards you. And as you come, another person runs to intercept with you. And as he gets closer, he begins to shift form. And as he's getting closer and running and shifting, he's getting bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where he dwarfs you at close to 17 feet tall, barreling down. And you immediately, in your gut sense, recognize him as Bill.
Yay!
And he gets behind the edge of the pack and yells, "Take out the leeches that are keeping that ward up."
Sounds good to me.
And
Got it, Bill.
and as he does that, he kind of rushes forth, and you see a large, almost 9-foot tall spiral dancer comes swooping down on the same kind of thin webbing underneath its arms as it flies down, and it's covered in all sorts of ritualistic tattoos that are glowing with a sickly green energy. As Bill and several other packs rush to aid Bill to fighting off the Nexus Crawler and the Black Spiral Dancer.
This is not good. This is not where we should be.
I'm going to need another battle test for the ongoing battle.
Why?
Who wants to go next? We're waiting. Darren is rolled and Kennedy is Darren is rolled and Fia has already made the roll. So it's now up to Kennedy or Darren. Which of you two would like to?
Yeah, I'd be up for it. What were the options again? I know one of them was deception.
Yes, there was a. Let me grab my little cheat sheet. There was trick maneuver, which is an intelligence and subterfuge test, and there's also battle instinct, which is wits and primal urge, or intelligence and leadership, or strength and brawl. Or if you can talk me into it, if there's something that you really can think of as a good way to that you think this would really help our team if we did X.
I got nothing. I'll go intelligence subterfuge. What's the difficulty? 6 or 7?
7.
7.
Trick maneuver.
Trick maneuver, and I'll go ahead and throw a will at that.
All right.
Did I roll it? Yep, I got 2 successes.
Sweet. And with that, off to the distant north edge of the pit where they were fighting one of the two the two Nexus colors, a group of Ragabash manages to thwart it, and it ends up falling in battle. If you manage to shift the tide a little bit closer to your favor. So with that, the battle is definitely the increasing as far as the threats and the tempo of the battle. It's definitely reaching a fever pitch. What would you, up ahead of you, you see what appears to be a group of Hamids standing over near the edge of the blood sigil, doing some sort of something to it. And there seems to be a couple armed Fomori with him as well.
We're told to take out the leeches. I'm betting that's those Hamids.
Hey, let's go and get them.
Wait, you think the Hamids are the leeches?
Leeches are vampires. Yes, they would look like humans.
I'm sorry, where did you guys go to school? Because I did not learn any of this stuff.
Kennedy went to school at the Weasley house.
Oh, that would explain it.
Again, I'm Irish, not English.
Eh. Alright. So you're saying we're fighting vampires? Wait, are these werewolves working with vampires? Is that what we think?
Yep, the bad ones, yes.
Yes.
So there are good vampires, depending on which side of the table you're sitting on.
Well, I'm
No.
sure the storyteller likes when vampires show up.
No,
There are bad
sorry.
vampires and worse vampires.
No, that's fine.
Vampires of,
I
are
said
of
that.
the worm.
Okay. Well, I said that in character, so sorry. I'm like having a moral dilemma over here. I'm just very confused.
Yeah, we can tell very much so that you are vamp curious, and it's concerning us all.
I'm just life curious at this moment. I'm pretty sure I died.
I'm pretty sure they're anti-life, so none of this is.
Wait a
depending on-
minute, Killian. I'm like shaking Killian. Did you see things?
I see this angry woman shaking me.
I'm just saying. I'm very sure you died. Did you die? Do you think you died?
Are you asking me if God's real?
I'm not asking. Fuck it. I'm just kidding.
Philosophy later.
At this point, I'm just throwing your hat on the ground, ripping it off your head, and just throwing it on the ground and walking away.
Let's just
Done.
go.
Leave the hat.
Screw the hat. I don't need it.
So, with that, you managed just to rush on over. Sorry, just trying to get my. lots of NPCs. So as you rush on over, you see what appears to be two armed gentlemen wearing carrying M16s, wearing that same black military pseudo combat gear. You see what appears to be four humans. One is a woman. Seems to be definitely one with a commanding presence. You see another one that seems to be emaciated and skeletal-like, and bald with kind of big deformed ears and very distorted facial features. And then two other gentlemen that seem to be rather large and brutish over at the edge of the sigil. You see several other Gru are in combat with various packs of Black Spell Dancers and Infirmary nearby. One of the Gru, looks like a young Bonar, rushes to the warden. As they get close, they try to launch themselves up towards the black obsidian egg, and as it does, it bounces off of some sort of invisible barrier, some sort of warding that's bound around the stone.
Okay.
Oh no. Now it's extra guarded. That's a problem for us, a real big problem.
Well, Bill said get rid of the leeches who are maintaining the ward. I'm guessing if we kill the vampires, they can get to the egg.
Very operative word. Let's try to kill him.
We can kill some vampires. Vampires ain't nothing.
Darren. Whatever.
We got this. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got it. We got it. Like, we didn't have the last one, but we got this one.
So with that, Kenny, top of the round. What would you like to do?
Is any of the rest of my pack gonna roll initiative?
Oh, how did we have you on the initiative board twice?
Because you keep initiating.
Because when you
Kennedy
change
just-
maps,
Kennedy
Jones,
just has the most initiative of all of us.
Because
She got a quick step.
well,
there we go.
Alright, I'm gonna close with the closest. Based on the way the map looks, it looks like the one of those emaciated vampires is probably the closest to me.
Yes.
So I'm gonna close with that emaciated vampire and introduce him to a claw. And I'll spend a rage too, because I have a feeling I might need it.
Cool.
So I'll make the claw on that vampire. And that would be no successes. I will miss.
Sweet. And with that, you claw up the very deformed vampire, and it kind of moves back. And as it does, it flashes its fangs at you. Darren, what would you like to do?
First, I would like to get myself off of mute. And then I would like to launch myself at another one of these worms. Make them feel my wrath.
This one you launch yourself at looks like a rather large, burly black man.
I'm going to target somebody else since I'm a police officer. And Fia will not appreciate that.
You know, I think in this moment we can be excused for profiling.
All right.
Nope.
Get it?
Do it. See what happens.
If it makes you feel better, he is a vampire. He's got his fangs out.
You would.
I'm going to
I'm
stab him
dressing
with the
for
fang
Halloween.
dagger. 3 successes with my fang dagger.
That is that's a hit.
I get 3, and I would like to roll a Gnosis check to see if I can make it do it again.
Do it again.
The difficulty for that was 6 with the Gnosis check again.
Yes.
2 successes.
So That's 5 total.
I
Oh no,
think
wait,
it's
that's 6
It's
total.
double, so six.
six total. Yes.
So with that, you manage to slam the dagger home, and it's like, "Ugh!" And as it does, its fangs kind of extend even further. Its eyes kind of glow with kind of a yellowish light. With that, the two armed gentlemen move a little bit further away from you and open fire.
Oh no.
Makes sense.
What I would do.
Dimsby bullets.
One is firing at Kennedy, one is firing at Darren.
Still makes sense.
And I will need a soak roll from Kennedy.
Okay. I'm assuming lethal since these are bullets.
Yes.
Okay.
And because silver bullets are expensive. And I will need one from Darren. And while Pendex is evil, they're also fiscally responsible. At least as far as their stakeholders are concerned.
Oh damn. That would be 0 successes.
We do not have the budget for this.
I got 5 successes.
Okay, Darren, you have soaked 5 levels of lethal damage. And just kind of shrug it off and keep going. Gain a rage. Candy, you did not. You take 4 levels of lethal damage.
Ouch.
And gain a rage.
Okay. Ow.
As a reminder, you can attempt combat healing.
I intend to. Oh damn it! I meant to drink whiskey before my war whiskey before we jump down into this. Oh well.
You still can.
I still can.
Brings us to Fia. What would you like to do?
So last round I found out that they're in the Bane, right? Or they're in the Umbra.
No, those weird creatures that you just fought were physically in both places, and once they dispatched them, they're gone. They're gone from both.
Oh.
There was weird magics going on, and they were simultaneously in the physical realm and in the Umbra, and didn't seem like they belonged in either.
Interesting.
Possibly season 2 plot stuff.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna step sideways again, and see if there's anything over there I need to shoot at.
To the left.
You're gonna yeah. So if you want to step sideways, go ahead and make a roll.
Yeah, that's why I said I was sorry last round.
So,
I'm like half dying. I'm like, I feel like I need to go shoot things.
While Fia is heading to the Umbra, Killian, what would you like to do?
I would like to be scared again. I'll go ahead and Milky Eye one more time. That whole group of Vampos.
Okay.
Wait, was there a roll for stepping sideways?
Yes.
That's
To click on
right.
your token, it should pop up on
Yeah.
the left-hand side. If not, you can also make a Gnosis roll. It's the same thing.
Gnosis roll. Man, I knew that was.
While you're doing that, and you're making your test to use Blur the Milky Eye, it is now the vampires go.
Oh no.
Yes. And with that, Darren, you get punched.
Seems unprovoked, but okay.
I need you to make a lethal soak roll.
Oh.
I will give you a hint. Punches normally don't do lethal damage.
No, they do not.
I need him to get off my job. Lethal soak roll. Here we go. I get five successes.
Cool. You only take 1 point of lethal damage
Ow.
as
Yeah.
as you fly back 10 feet from this guy just boom and punching you like you got hit by a Mack truck.
Wow.
And Vampus.
Yes. What did you get?
I got 3 successes.
You blurred. With that, the one in front of Killian, I'll just go ahead and name them because it's gonna make my life easier. The Nosferatu fighting Killian lashes out with its claws, and does not hit.
It
Uh,
smells me.
What?
It smells me. Feels my essence.
I see.
And the woman in the center of the group of vampires. Yeah, I'm gonna need another aggravated soak roll from Darren
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll read it.
as she holds her hand up, and as she does, you see a glimmer, a flicker of light as a spark of flame erupts above her hand.
Rip.
I have a rules question. Are you allowed to spend willpower on soak checks?
Since it's a season finale, I'll allow it.
So
I
no.
will spend a willpower to get 4 successes instead of 3.
Praise
And so-
be the pity gods.
With that, she unleashes a bolt of fire at you.
Is she your ex-wife?
I don't think so. I don't think Melissa is a leech.
I mean, did she pay any bills?
Look, okay, it's not a bad thing. Did you
So
get a
with-
prenup, Darren? No, I was a cop.
So with that, yeah, you're able to soak the bolt of the fire bolt
Somebody should do something about her.
from the
Stop
Trumere.
her.
As I leave.
From the Trumere.
I've got her.
Brings us to rage actions.
Hey, I've got one of those. I'm going to leave my current dance partner behind and close with the fire-wielding woman. And try to put my my claws into her magic-wielding leech mouth.
Okay.
Provocative.
That would be a claw attack.
I don't know what you have against Clan Trumere. They
Everything.
like you.
Uh-huh. That would still be 2 successes to hit, even with my wound penalties.
Sweet.
And so that would be 4 aggravated wounds to the leech.
Who does not have fortitude.
That's a shame for her. Yeah.
So, with that, where do you mortally wound her? How do you mortally wound her? She's not dead, but she is mortally wounded.
Well, like I said, you know, it was specifically her, you know, she was using magic and I wanted to hit her in the face. So I'm thinking that I just kind of ram my claws right up underneath her jawbone up into her skull.
Sweet.
And, you know, hitting all of the wonderful little brain matter in there.
As you pull out your claw, you pull out most of the jaw with it.
Okay.
And blood goes all over the ground. As it does, you see flickering around the sigil. I'm going to need another test from the pack for the how the battle is going test. Who has not gone yet?
That would be me.
SpongeBob backsass pants.
All right, so I'm willing to do the rage roll, but I'd like to put forward a an argument for a rallying battle cry for manipulation plus expression.
I
As
will
we
totally go for that. That's totally awesome. I just threw
Okay.
some example ones together, and so
All right.
far none of you have. So out of character, and none of you have failed the test yet. And if you would have failed, the difficulty would slowly have crept up.
Oh,
all right.
also.
So I'm gonna spend a willpower because that seems like a thing to do. And yeah. I'm glad I spent the willpower because of my wound. I would have had no successes, but with the willpower, I get 1 success.
Sweet.
I also keep forgetting that manipulation is terrible to do when you're in Krynos form. But
Yes. Does anyone know how many successes that brings you up to? I do.
Was it pack? 4.
I think 6.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
thought-
we succeeded, but
It brought you up to 9.
oh, okay.
9 is what you needed.
yes! For one!
Yay.
Yay!
So with that,
On track.
with that, you reach up and you yank out a chunk of that Tremira's jaw as she slumps to the ground, gurgling on her own blood, so she can't scream. The sigil flickers and fades. As you do, as you look over, you see Bill standing there as the other Nexus crawler slams to the ground, riding the rest of the Nexus crawler the rest of the way into the pit. Looks like a rather battle-worn Silverfang. As you left off the rallying cry, and he's leading a charge of a whole swarm of Garou into the area. The Black Spiral Dancer they were fighting is missing most of one arm and is basically like staggering to stay up. Ahead of you, you're looking on the ground. She falls to the ground. The last Kindred you're not taggled with yet steps forward. He has got long, thin black hair pulled back in a loose ponytail. He seems to be wearing a very dated, very nice, excessively, exquisitely done, detailed jacket and tie and shirt, but they're a very old style. As he steps forward, the shadows around him expand around him and around her, and he uses his action to step into the shadows, pulling her with him.
Oh,
Whoa.
that's
no.
terrible.
The Silver Fangs kind of rush forward as the wards around the obelisk go down. You see a rather triumphant group of Garou rushing up the edge of the top of the crane, led by a rather familiar-looking Black Fury of black and white fur, yelling out a battle cry. And anyone who's flipped through the Werewolf Player's Guide, Werewolf book, will actually recognize the Black Fury in question as her, Myra. I'll butcher her name later. Rushes forward and leads a whole swarm of spirals, a whole swarm against the spirals. As you do, Bill and the rest of the Silver Fangs rush forward, and the battle quickly turns in your favor. More spirals attempt to start coming out of the burrows from below the mine, but and as you look, the mine entrances to the burrows start exploding from the glasswalkers who got explosives up into those areas, collapsing the reinforcement tunnels.
Ooh, nice.
As you are able to secure the area so that the bane tenders can actually secure the obelisk and make sure it gets removed before the force of the worm can lay claim to it. The last thing you see is that same shadowy vampire, La Sombra, step out around that very heavily wounded Black Spiral Dancer Elder, and grab her and pull her into the shadows as well.
Oh no.
That's a big escape.
Well,
And that's the end of season 1 of Born of Rage, as you manage to secure the Talon of the Worm and ensure that it does not fall into the Black Spiral hands.
Yay!
We did
wait,
it.
did I just end in the Umbra?
Yes.
Okay.
He got umbranated. Oh no.
I mean, I thought I had a plan, but I didn't realize it was also 10 o'clock, so you know.
You just got yoinked.
That's fine. It also works out. Clap, clap.
Clap, clap, yoinked out.
So
Ow.
Ah,
so yeah, I was a little
We survived.
Yay.
Ish.
yay!
almost, yeah.
Ish. We ish survived.
She survived.
Survived.
So, yeah. Alright.
Now I get to retire in the Bahamas just like all my other dreams.
So, isn't something going on next week special before we end?
Yeah,
That's
so
true.
next week is technically this is the season finale of Born of Rage season 1. Next week we're actually going to be doing a chat back. So anyone who's got questions or comments or either for me as the ST or for the pack members about scenes or events that happened during the game or about the characters in general are welcome to submit them either through our Discord or tag
Just
us on
spam chat.
um,
Oh.
or tag us on Twitter or the like. Yeah, just So yeah, next week is we're gonna make make some announcements as well as the possibility of season 2 and what that would mean. So there might be a few surprises if we are able to move forward with season 2. I'm not promising we will, but I have some faith that things might come together. So. But yeah, and then answer any questions and just general chit chat. So
Yeah.
This could be chill
Well,
story
yes,
time.
I definitely encourage everyone to submit those questions if you can. If you're on our Discord, if not, please do that because just in case. I know I personally will not be here next week. So if you had questions for me at all, which
We are all happy to answer on Jess's behalf.
do it. I'm very sure
Uh,
the answer will be better than mine.
so and then the other announcements I have for the end of the evening is that tomorrow night, dun dun dun, we have another finale. It's finale week here at Untold Stories Project. It's the finale of Parkhurst Manor, our rather spooky, ooky, and all around kooky monsters and capes, noir superheroes ish cape.
Ish.
Ish is it's a strong ish.
Set in the ever evolving Titan City. So super excited about that. I'm sure that we'll have a couple of surprise announcements tomorrow night as well, once we wrap up that season finale. So yeah, that's as far as I know, that's all the big thank yous. Do a huge shout out to anyone who followed or and shared and liked and all that awesome stuff, both here on Twitch and on YouTube and all the other platforms as well.
Yeah. TT2KB is not currently streaming, I don't think, so we can't raid them. Not that
No,
that
they're not.
Right for another hour.
that's
They're not streaming because they're hanging out in our chat, which is awesome.
that's true.
ATP2KB.
Thank you.
Hey.
Ew.
Thank you, everybody.
By the way,
Yeah,
if you
Brimstone.
haven't, if you're newer here, Jonesy was on one of their episodes of Wisdom Check. So if you haven't checked that out, Wisdom Check yourself over there
Got
and
him.
listen to it. I did. That was a terrible pun.
So,
All right.
so I need everyone to take make a pun soak.
I don't have good defense for that.
It's so
Remember,
true.
everybody. IP, UP, we USP. That's how it is.
Okay. I have to hit the end button because I forgot that again. So.
You don't have to end anything.
Yeah, no, we'll just leave it on here. It'll be totally
We're not
fine.
under contract. We're fine. We can do whatever we want.
It's true. Benefits of being small. Okay, I'm done talking. Jonesy, would you like to give us a little official clip that we can use for our edit for an ending? I can cut all this crazy stuff out.
You keep
So
it
with
yourself.
that, this is the end of season 1. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and looking forward to what else that might happen in the future with this pack.